The House of Representatives is set to vote on a bill to avoid a government shutdown again. Later this afternoon, lawmakers are expected to consider Republican Speaker Mike Johnson's plan for a continuing resolution. The stopgap package would keep the government funded through this Friday and split up the deadline for different government programs into January and February. House Speaker Mike Johnson says he is confident that the plan will pass.
It's going to change the way we've done this. We have broken the fever. We are not going to have a massive omnibus spending bill right before Christmas. That is a gift to the American people. We've gotten together. I believe there's going to be bipartisan agreement on that.
CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now from Capitol Hill. Scott, some hardline Republicans, as one would expect, don't like this plan. But as we just heard, Speaker Johnson says he thinks Democrats will support the package. How likely is that? How much Democrat support does he need?
Well, Lilia, it's a rare sight to begin with here today, a bit of optimism and hopefulness about what the day is going to bring. It doesn't happen every day here at the Capitol, but both parties have a confidence this thing's going to pass today. The government's going to stay open through January and February. 1/3 of the government through January, the other 2/3, including the Pentagon, through February. There's going to be a combination of Republican and Democratic votes to make this happen. It's actually a higher threshold they need. They need 290 votes. Not the traditional 218, because they're suspending some of the rules, trying to end some of the blockades, but they think they're going to get there. And ultimately, Democrats who at first said they don't like the unique structure of this bill, funding the government in two different pieces, say they like everything else about it. Keeps funding where they want it to be, and Lilia, there's no controversial policies added, which would have been deal breakers.
Scott, I don't know that maybe I am oversimplifying when I say that former Speaker Kevin McCarthy was ousted for working with Democrats. What's different this time around?
Oh, you're not oversimplifying at all. And if it sounds like we've done this before, it's because we did this before. September 30th, a similar deal was composed of a lot of Democrats, some Republicans who kept the government open for 45 more days without making any changes. That contributed but didn't directly lead to the ouster of Kevin McCarthy. There were some other concerns, other points of contention members have with Kevin McCarthy they don't yet have with the new Speaker, Mike Johnson. But this might be a honeymoon period he's enjoying. A couple of his Republican colleagues told me he has a bit of a leash. He has a bit of latitude because he's new to the job. We'll see how much latitude he has when they come back to this in January and February. The possibility of a protracted government shutdown remains, and some House members tell me it'll grow by the hour as we get closer to those next deadlines, assuming this bill passes as expected at the end of the day today.
Well, not in a honeymoon period, but continuing his tumultuous marriage in Congress. I hear that Kevin McCarthy is in some kind of odd trouble. Congressman Tim Burchett claims that McCarthy elbowed him in the kidneys. Please explain this to us.
Oh, there's an awful lot happening here. They've been in session for about 10 different weeks in a row, and I think everybody's ready to go home because there were two different episodes within an hour's time here today. First of all, the Tennessee Republican Tim Burchett tells reporters and tells CBS News he was punched in the kidney in a sucker punch by former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Mr. Burchett of Tennessee was one of 8 Republicans who voted to oust him earlier this year. It's an awful lot of acrimony between the two. We're waiting to get a response from Kevin McCarthy to that accusation. Then a short while ago at a Senate hearing from the Senate Health, Education, and Labor Committee, Senator Mark Wayne Mullen of Oklahoma stood and said he was ready to fight one of the witnesses at the table during that hearing, a union representative who's had some social media criticisms of Senator Mullen. So that's 2 so far in a short period of time as Congress races with a lot of people eager for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Scott, and just to be clear, this is not metaphorical. This is an accusation of an actual punch.
A literal punch to the kidneys. We're waiting for a response.
Thank you so much, Scott.